Whoops. This is the wrong video. Hi everyone. Enjoy this video from last season. See you in a minute. Not everyone's just muted. Just Scrat's muted. Hi everyone. Professional streamer.
Has your dye seeped into your brain?
Maybe. Maybe. It's just all gone.
One of those mornings. I forgot my mic this morning.
Yeah. Still no sound? No, surely there's sound now. Come on.
Wait.
Please.
Yeah, OBS is tracking sound.
Yeah,
you're pulling my leg.
That sound.
Yeah, you're pulling my leg. Okay. Welcome everyone to Dark Heresy 2E Hidden Scars, which is totally what I was going to say when I started that sentence. Before we go around and say hello to everyone, please check out all the links that have been spammed in chat, all the places you can support us, places you can find us socially. We have discount links to various websites, and I am finding out from my sponsors with these discount codes that these are rarely used. So, hey, give me feedback somewhere. Maybe over in the suggestion box. Tell me why you're not using them. Because people apparently are using the websites. That's the thing. There's great big spikes when we're live, but people aren't using the codes. So, what's up with that? What's up with that, chat? What's up with that? Yeah. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Sheepy, oh hi.
Hello. I'm Sheepdog. I GM 40k. All the time. Every day. I do 40k stuff. Yeah, I'm still broken from last week. Why does it say Hidden Masters on the title, by the way?
Because.
Okay.
What is Hidden Masters? That was a show from a couple of seasons back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to know you're here with us in the present, Scraps.
Yeah. It's almost as though something horrific happened last week, and I'm nervous about telling Angeli about it.
Yeah. I may make you recap, to be honest, mate, because I don't want to relive it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm so ready. I'm born ready. Born ready.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go around and say hello to everyone else? Why don't we say hello to the wonderful Angeli? Angeli, hello.
Hello, I am the wonderful Angeli, and incredibly nervous and scared. Angeli doesn't know what's happened. Angeli, I am very worried, but I'm very happy to be here this week. The traffic lights and the traffic gods were on my side. Yay! It didn't take me 4 hours to get home. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I'm very excited to be playing 40k again today. Yay!
Yes, indeed. Next around, we welcome a familiar face, Mackenzie, trying Warhammer.
Hi! Yeah, I'm gonna be trying out Warhammer today. It's gonna be super exciting. This is definitely not my usual speed, but I am excited to do things that I totally know my character can do. It's been a morning.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited.
Indeed it is. And last but most certainly not leastly, we welcome Inez at Inez666_. Oh, hi!
Hi, that's me. I'm Inez. Hi. I have no idea what's going on. I've never played 40k before. So we're just gonna like roll with it. I created a character and here we are.
I broke things.
Yeah. So I suppose it's up to me to give a recap. So let's see. Selena went scouting, and we decided it would be a good idea to go and scout out the hive while she was away. I left a note on the safe house door saying no heretics allowed, which means that safe house is perfectly safe now. No heretics can get in there. We went to the hive, and we decided to look for Heresy, and we found a nightclub where they were essentially saying, hey, you want drugs? Come and get your drugs. There was literally someone on the street shouting, hey, drugs and stuff in here.
You have to go with the first bit where you got to the midsection of the hive, like the kind of, bit more affluent. And they walked in the hive, and immediately as they got in the door, they were like, let's look for Heresy, and just hung around the front door for like a little while looking for Heresy.
I picked some pockets. Best way to find a Heresy is to look in people's pockets.
Jim found an exploding collar from a penal world when he picked someone's pocket. And they were like, we can't find Heresy here. There's probably not any. And then they were like, hey, maybe we should walk a bit further into the hive and see what's there before we decide there's no Heresy. Like 2 seconds later, there's a dude going, drugs! Drugs, prostitution, all in this club. Come and look at it.
Literally touting a drugs den. So we went in, and they were like, you're going to have to leave your guns by the counter. And we sort of all looked at each other and we're like, we don't want to leave our guns at the counter. So I was like, hey, buddy, look, I'm a heretic. Showing off the scar, the tattoo. Like, hey. And they were like, oh, so you must be here for the thing. So we 100% said, yes, we are here for the thing. So our guns were not removed. We were taken to talk to someone who seemed very important with his secretary. And
it was her, and then there was a military guy behind.
Yeah, I got the impression the military guy was in charge, right?
No.
No, okay. So
well, yeah,
you can see how well I read the situation.
The military guy was in charge of his staff, and then the person behind the desk was in charge of the club. She was like the...
Got it. I misread that. But essentially they gave us some crates to transport to the warehouse. Because of course we're looking for another warehouse. And we took a person with us. They were like, do you need any extra security? And we were like, they'll know where the warehouse is. Yes, we'll take some extra security. But when we got outside, this extra person, it was their first day on the planet. They had no idea where the warehouse was. We had no idea where the warehouse was. So we abandoned the plan. And we took all of these crates to an empty apartment, a hopefully empty apartment. We didn't do the most amount of checking. We're just honestly praying there's not a family in the next room. We opened all of the crates, and inside were las guns. I now have a las gun. There were las pistols. I now have 3 las pistols. There were chainswords. I now have a chainsword. And grenades and heavy munitions and all that sort of thing. So we thought, well, what would be a good thing to do here? We can't just take them back and ask for directions, because that might look a little fishy, and so far we've been masters of disguise. Similarly, we can't just leave them or walk about hoping that we'll just stumble across the warehouse. So we decided to destroy them.
With the guard, may I say.
With the guard, who we did eventually interrogate, thanks to Sheepy encouraging us to interrogate them.
I made them roll intelligence to remember that they hadn't interrogated their prisoner.
Excellent.
They literally, they were like, hey, do you know where we're going? He's like, no, I just got to this planet. And they're like, oh, okay. Knocked him out, and then the next part of the conversation was, let's strap him to the explosives and blow up the nightclub. I was like, you gotta ask him first. You don't know what, like, he could know anything.
Yeah, but he didn't know anything. We decided he was useless.
That's the most broken I've been as a GM. Like, ever before. I broke down, I was just crying.
Oh dear.
Anyway, we rigged everything to explode.
Uh-huh.
And then a completely fine, not in any way troublesome, rift into the demon world opened and pulled Jim through it. And I'm fairly sure that those agents returned giving a glowing report about Jim and probably also Selena by association.
They didn't meet Selena, really, and I don't think they talked about Jim. They were much more interested in, I can't remember the goddamn guy's name. What's the name of the guy who was the guard who you were going to blow up, and then you were like, actually, we kind of like him, let's...
Yeah, they took him to be part of the part of the heretic hunters, part of the Inquisition.
Yeah. They recruited him, basically.
Yep, because he knows how to disassemble and reassemble a lasgun blindfolded, and he's really good at flying a skimmer. He told us that like 26 times. We were trying to find useful information. He was like, I can reassemble a lasgun.
Sometimes, guys, you have to ask the right questions. It's like, what do you know about this hive and this cult? He's like, I don't know. I'm with a rogue trader. We just got here. I've never been to this planet before. They're like, what do you know about this planet? Oh.
We did a great job.
But
like I said, like I might have preambled, I don't think we actually advanced the plot in any way. And we dodged most of the chaos, including demons.
Yeah. Until right at the end. It should be noted that someone donated for a complication, and they allowed me to leave it up to how that complication would play out, which ended with some hands reaching out from the ether and dragging Jim through them.
Excellent. Now we have to go and find Jim.
But at least you know the safe house is perfectly safe.
That's true.
That's one thing you know.
Yeah, so speaking of the safe house, Selena, you went to go and scout the hive.
Did.
For the people who just walked in after scouting it a bit themselves. They didn't really come to find you, so you were scouting out the hive for a good, 3-4 hours, and then you were like, oh, I've got the information I need from that, so let's head back to the safe house. So you're in the safe house when a new squad turns up for turns up for an arranged meeting time to help you guys out with your investigations. There's the standard knock at the door. You question them.
Are you a heretic?
Instantly, guys, you will know that the answer's no. That's the password.
Nope. Not a heretic.
I will open the door.
Hello.
Hello? You're new? Where's Jim?
Who's Jim?
Who the hell is Jim?
This is a bad start. Okay.
I don't know. We were just sent here from the Inquisition to help you, so we're here now.
Oh,
Sure.
good. What do I need help with now?
Finding Jim?
Yes, it would seem that yes, I need help finding Jim, because 4 hours ago he was fine. And I ran a very successful mission, I might add, on my own. Big ticks, and now you're here. Who are you?
Okay, well, I'm Kerrigan Paz. I'm really good at finding things. That's my job.
Excellent, you will come in handy. I am not good at finding things. And you?
My name is Solin Moz. I'm a merchant, kinda.
Excellent. So you have lots of connections?
I have lots of connections, and I'm good at shooting things here and there. Yeah.
Good. Do you know this planet?
Not really. No.
Excellent. That sounds about right. Yeah. Cool. So, we're off to find Jim. I imagine he'll be wherever the explosion is.
Has there been an explosion already?
Maybe. I don't know. I was doing a really good job of things and I've just come back here and I was going to get myself something to drink. I don't know if there's been any explosions. I suppose I would know if there'd been an explosion.
Yeah, you would know. I rolled I rolled your awareness and you rolled a 6. Well done. Yeah, you heard an explosion. There was a giant explosion that came from the hive. Like an hour ago or so.
Okay. That big boom an hour ago, that's Jim. Like, I'm 98% sure. He's either been blown up somewhere near that explosion or locked in handcuffs on the floor near said explosion, unable to get out of them. So
I'm already very intrigued on who this Jim is, and I don't know if I'm excited to find out.
I am.
Excellent. You keep that excitement. Let it push you forward.
Lucky dog.
One of a kind, so I'll give him that. Excellent. Well, now let's make our way to the hive. Anyone any good at disguises or making people blend in a bit better?
Is player what skill is that?
Don't know.
Okay.
Would that be like, I mean, would that be like deceive? Because I have something in deceive.
Oh, I have something in deceive too.
Yeah. And my character looks like she's like bundled up in all kinds of like cloaks and blankets, it seems. So you kind of only see like this of her, and when she pulls up you can only see like her eyes. So she could like hand out some of those cloaks and say like, wear these. I guess we'll disguise ourselves with this.
Yeah.
That probably would help me blend in more than my black leather catsuit and thigh-high red leather boots.
Yes.
Bless.
Mhm.
Deceive would assist you. I would say in terms of disguise, you can like the disguise would probably be just, narrative, and then it'd be how you talk your way through. So charm or deceive or maybe even command, depending on what you're doing.
Cool.
So you guys are wanting to head off to the hive?
I guess so.
So one of the things you'll know, because
I would like to draw some roses on everyone, if possible.
You'd like to draw the...
Yep. Just don't ask questions, guys.
Okay.
Thank me later. Maybe.
I'm gonna...
You went really well last time, but...
Did I make you roll for drawing the roses? Was it sleight of hand?
Yes. Because Jim drew a really great one because he put all of his stats
Oh.
Your target was 20, you rolled a 91.
Excellent, they are shit. I've had a really long day.
They look like geckos, possibly.
Well, if anyone asks, this is the new symbol. It's not a rose anymore, and if they think it's a rose, then they're probably wrong.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why you might have messed up on Kerrigan's is because when you're trying to draw it, there's like plates of metal, or ridges of metal, kind of like going up to her neck, and as you try to draw it on the back, you're like the pencil or whatever you're doing just sort of like trips over it, like when you're trying to write on a rough surface, and it just kind of and it just sort of is super bumpy. Kerrigan loves it though. She's like, "It's so pretty. I love it."
Does Kerrigan have any mechadendrites?
She has monotask servo skull. I don't know what that is.
Oh, servo skulls are very fun. The servo skull is usually someone who's died in battle, someone who's died in service to the Emperor. They get turned into a floating multi-tool. So it's like their skull, and then it's got like augmetics on it, and some of them have like hidden weapons and things like that. It's basically like your assistant drone, except for it's the skull of one of your friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So-
Barry.
That with Jim,
That's its name.
if we didn't survive.
Barry or Gary?
Barry. Barry.
Okay.
Barry the skull.
I mean, I would have gone with Harold, but
No, his
Um,
name is Barry. He
Yeah.
was very good, but then he died, so he wasn't that good.
wasn't good enough to not die.
Fair point.
So yeah, he'll be like floating around, like when you're doing tech work and stuff. Like he can like dispense tools and things like that.
Okay, cool.
40k. It's you got skulls that assist the tech priests.
If Jim is actually dead, we can do that to him.
Would he be helpful like Barry?
No. But I would miss him if he was dead, so it would be nice to have him
So he's more like a friend.
player. Like, we could play music off of him, he could
Okay.
be our portable stereo.
I mean, I imagine he'd only play one song, and it'd be
Wild Wild West.
Old Town. Yeah, I was gonna say because of the meme, I was gonna say Old Town Road, but it would totally be Wild Wild West.
Right.
Oh yeah. So sorry. I did give you the information that you totally know because you scouted. The hive's massive, and you don't know where they went, and there are multiple layers and tiers of it.
Okay.
So, like, you can go, but it would be a hell of a search.
Okay. So, but I don't know what they did.
They left you behind
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
But did I know sort of what their aim was?
I believe the message that Jim left for you that you would have seen on the front of the door when you came back was
Gone hunting.
headed to. It was something along the lines of headed to Hive to hunt Heresy. Something. No heretics allowed.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the best of my ability. I don't know if Jim said exactly where he was going, which is like the middle tier of the Hive.
I didn't meet the other people either, so
No.
okay. Was there anything that I saw on my scouting that was interesting or weird, or maybe would have needed an extra set of hands?
Let's have a target of 44 rolled a 92 for scrutiny. Target of 34 rolled a 52 for awareness. Would you like to re-roll either of those?
Yeah, I think I have.
Which one?
I don't know. Whichever one would help.
Awareness is kind of like a broad view, and then scrutiny is like a.
I think scrutiny. I think I'm looking for something specific, like something that would help with our heresy hunt.
Okay. Wow, you only have 2 fate points?
I think I used one last. I've got one reroll still left
Yeah.
from last session.
So you rolled better on your scrutiny than the 92. You got an 80. You got an 84.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I said this was successful. You're making me look bad.
I mean, they don't know that you were unsuccessful.
True. I I make up some utter bullshit.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we totally believe you. Totally.
I'll,
100%.
I'll roll deceive for you.
Damn.
You
We
rolled
do
an
not
80.
believe you.
You rolled an 82. 5 degrees of failure.
Excellent. I am super bad at my job. I don't know why I'm part of this thing. And
Well, it's because by comparison to Jim,
yeah, I'm super.
you look great.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
An inquisitorial agent should not repeatedly get himself handcuffed together,
That's true.
especially during fights.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
Yeah.
himself. Right. Okay.
He's fine.
Have you guys, apart from your mission of find Jim, have you been given any other specifics, any other things that hints, clues? I mean, I had a very successful scout, but I'm not sure that the things I saw on that scout are actually going to be any use to us today.
Sidebar, she's lying.
I look at her and I say, I mean, I just came from like up there, so hints and other stuff, I don't think so. No.
Were we given any information, or was it just help kill Herald?
Yeah, so Inquisitor Vindictus, who's in charge of all of these teams, he'll have like a few teams on task specifically designed to like go and do this. and this is the team you've been assigned to. And then he has a whole load of other teams like moving around, assisting where needed and sent to help. You're one of these teams, so you're used to basically getting dropped into a situation and being like, this team knows what they're doing, help them out. Usually the team does know what they're doing.
That was a light
No shade, guys, no shade.
Yeah.
It's a low blow.
Completely.
So yeah, I'd say probably during this time where you guys are getting to know each other and deciding exactly how you would go and find Jim, let's shift over to Jim. Hello, Jim.
Oh, hi, Sheepy. Where is Jim?
So, Jim, you were in the warehouse
I was.
with your friends who you're all very professional.
Yes.
Is all I can say.
That's one of our most redeeming redeeming features is our sheer professionalism.
Yeah. And you were talking to them, and you decided not to murder the guard who you'd found out worked for a rogue trader who'd come in to trade guns with the cultists, just like sell some guns to them basically. And as you were talking, there's a moment where everyone's eyes widen. You feel like a tug on your back.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? You feel a tug on your neck where it's grabbed your poncho.
Not the poncho.
Yeah. And you just feel this like you feel this pull, and then this kind of bizarre rushing feeling like you're falling. And then you know what, let's just roll yeah, and then you get deposited, just, and you land superhero landing style. Yeah, very cool actually.
No one sees it.
No one. Well, someone sees it, but yeah. At the Oh well, you don't. Roll me an awareness.
Oh, God.
Don't put all your XP into goddamn sleight of hand, dude. Holy crap! You know exactly where you are.
I'm feeling very aware.
Yeah. And also, you'll see something else in a second as well. You are in the infamous handcuff landing. You're where you landed. And there is, floating above you, a strange... The best way to describe him is, or it, I guess, is pink purple. It seems to be floating on a kind of strange purple film, and it's got like this. It's got this staff that it's just kind of like, it's kind of crouching down, like staring at you with like this kind of elongated bird beak, and like everything on its skin is kind of pinky purple. The staff is it kind of metallic looking on the end of it. There's kind of a flaming moon symbol. Do you have any laws?
Underworld.
No.
It's funny, that's been real useful, that lore.
Yeah. So you have, okay. What you will get is, this is demon. And we need to go to let's go, and there's something very specific I need to pull up because it's going to be important. While we're waiting for me to do this, Jim, roll me a. What would be good here for when you don't have law? I think probably scrutiny or logic, or just a straight intelligence with like a -20.
Those all seem like about the same thing.
Then you can take your pick, whichever seems best to you.
It's more my kind of role. I failed by 6 degrees.
Yeah, you did. You're pretty sure it's heresy at the very least.
Okay.
So let us get a as you view this like very clearly demonic figure. It's probably like 7-8 feet tall. You know, like long hooked beak and all this kind of thing. We need to have a fear test because this thing is scary. Which is... I hate it when we do this. It is a willpower with... it's just a willpower.
Would this count as a psychic power?
No.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Because I have the talent strong-minded. May reroll failed willpower tests to resist psychic powers. It's quite specific.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate because it's literally just like this thing looks scary and demonic. You do have fate points, and I believe you have a reroll possibly as well.
I think I do have a reroll. I think I'm going to use my player donated reroll.
Okay. You have a willpower of 29.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Wow. Wow. Okay. In my head, I was like, if you fail by a huge amount of degrees of failure, it makes the roll on the fear chart a lot worse. So I was like, a reroll's a good thing, because if you can get 2 degrees of failure instead of, I think you got 7 there, it makes it a lot less worse. But you succeeded, so you look up, you see this strange bird demon thing. It's clicking a little bit, and you're not scared. You're like, I've seen worse than this.
You must be the Heresy.
Give me a moment. Okay. The demon looks down at you. It's kind of feral eyes fixing on you, shakes its staff a little bit, and clicks at you. And then points its staff, brings its staff kind of down towards you, and then points it off behind you.
And Jim, aware that this might be look over there, is going to look anyway.
Okay.
Because he doesn't think a heresy would be that low.
Yeah.
He's going to pull out his broken gun. The slug gun, the one that he really liked.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you must be responsible for this.
Oh god, okay. I'm gonna call him Bird Demon for now, because you don't know what he is. He reaches into his his robes, pulls out this book, flips it open, and starts speaking I don't want to say roll a logic or roll a intelligence -20, but roll a logic or an intelligence -20, just in case. Nope.
Hey, that's not bad though.
Pretty good. You can guess it's a demonic language of some kind. Educated guess. And very similar to the...
Thank you, Tate, for free rerolls for Jim. I'm gonna need him so much.
Yeah. Very similar to when your gun was broken. The reality kind of shifts, and this kind of pinky purple arm pushes through the this kind of pinky purple arm pushes through the world, and this strange little creature pushes down. It's probably about chest height on you, just a bit shorter than you. Multiple arms, this kind of long lashing tongue. I will give you guys an image of both of these things, so that you can get an idea of.
Then we can cry.
Jim, during this time, will be shifting
Yeah.
his cigar from his hand to his mouth and pulling the poncho away from his gun hand.
Yep.
Just
So
in
that
case.
that is the thing that comes out of the portal.
Yikes!
And this is the thing that you're currently...
Oh gosh. Warn me before I click on links.
This is the thing that was already here and brought you through.
Oh,
I'm gonna close that tab. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely the heresy.
You know what? I find that very beautiful.
the second one is pretty, but also.
Okay, so there's the first one for you guys in chat. And... Oh. Let me just grab this one.
Those are big yikes.
There's a reasonable amount of yike.
So the links I gave you guys in chat, the first one is the kind of bird-like creature, and then the second one is the thing that pushes through. And it pushes through, and it kind of gnashes the air. I think, honestly, you'd be able to tell that it is being held back from charging at you and ripping you apart. And like you can recognize the arm, you know this is the arm that bent your gun.
Ah, I see. But I don't think this is a translator. No, I guess not. Okay, too much to hope for.
If only you spoke heresy.
Yeah.
And then the bird thing starts chanting again. And the smaller pink thing starts kind of twitching and chittering, and then this like gash just forms across its neck, and like this weird kind of ichor, like kind of pink purple ichor, like splashes on the ground, and it falls down dead. And it just kind of collapses there, and blood starts pouring out. And then it shifts, and it stands up, but it's still lying on the ground. And then another one stands up. So there are now two.
Very slowly draw Selena's special gun.
Mm-hmm.
If it bends my gun, I'm going to be so annoyed.
Now listen. There's only two things I can abide by in this world. One is heresy. And the other is heresy. I'm gonna count to 5. Then I'm gonna start shooting. I'm gonna take my toe and draw a line in the sand. And step back 20 feet, trying to give a visual representation of what I'm doing.
Yep.
5. Do they look intimidated? Do they look intimidated?
There's a clicking from the bird thing, and the film that he's on starts kind of like pulsing a bit, and it kind of like regards you for a second as you put your hand up. You're like, 5, and says, You should run. And then the film like shifts and starts floating off with him on top of it. And there is a... You don't have sign of science, so this won't really come into it. Roll me a scrutiny. Give me one of those sweet scrutiny rolls.
I'm gonna be so scrutinous.
Jim, run.
I'd like to use a re-roll, thank you, Potato Hollow.
Have you not trained your scrutiny yet?
No! We'll try that one more time, thank you, Potato Hollow.
It wouldn't work anyway. Because all of those rolls are failures, even if you had trained it.
Yep. It seems like I'm supposed to fail this one.
Yep. Yeah, you don't notice anything, which you really should have noticed.
Okay.
So it starts drifting off and away, and you can see like this kind of film of this kind of like weakening of reality where it's headed towards. You can assume at least from that it's heading off. You don't know what's going to happen, but considering the weird little pink things were chomping to rip your head off, I'm going to say this: you can assume as soon as this thing's gone, they're off the leash. So, and
awesome.
One thing I didn't give you, I don't think, when you turned around as it was clicking and pointing, was you could see the safe house in the distance.
Thank you very much, Wild Engineer, who's just introduced a complication.
Okay. Sure. The bird thing stops just as it's about to head through this weakening of reality. The film like rotates and shifts, and it throws out its hand right at you. Make me a dodge.
Yes. Hey, damn it! But we've still got a re-roll, so we'll re-roll.
You don't need to re-roll this. It's fine.
Okay.
Waste. Basically, this is based off your poor scrutiny. You think it's gonna fire a bolt of like demonic energy or something. And you're like, oh, because it's pointing right at you. You dodge and nothing happens. And then the throats of those two pink demon things explode in purple ichor, and they both drop to the ground. And then one stands up, and another stands up, but they're still on the ground. And then one stands up, and another stands up, and there's four of them.
Okay, I see what's happening here.
And then
maybe the countdown thing was a little hasty. I'm going to try and distract the beasts.
And then it holds up another hand, its other hand at you. And clicks.
Clicks?
Yeah, it just...
I don't know what that means.
You could like make the leap that it's just done one. It raised its hand, killed those two pink things, which created two more. It's now raised its other hand, and it's like, I could make this work worse if you like.
Just run.
Yeah, Jim's thinking of running. Is there anything around that I can shoot as a distraction? Preferably a water tower that could fall, or a power plant that could explode, throwing the planet into, some sort of power loss situation.
Run.
Roll me an awareness. That is so lucky. And
I'm very aware.
This is the second part of the complication. Thank you for the complication, by the way. The first part was obviously 2 more turning up. The second part is you search around and you notice just behind you, where you could have easily stepped into them, there's a pair of handcuffs.
Oh, you sneaky rat bastard. All right, I'm out of here. And I'm just going to fire off a few shots, not at anyone, but just like make them duck, hopefully, and then...
You have grenades as well, just so you know.
Yeah, oh, yeah, all of the grenades. I'm throwing all of the grenades backwards. Doing all of the things.
You could, so... Roll me ballistics. Do you have the grenades up in your stats?
I don't. I do not.
All right, that's cool. I'll get to them. I'm assuming this is less of a I want to kill these things and more of a I want to slow them down while I run like hell.
Would that explain how I rolled a 98? That's a critical fail. I'm going to use that reroll that Tater gave me.
Wow, are people just like, yeah, you do. Okay, well that's not as bad as
I just failed. Yeah.
What that critical fail would have been was you pulling basically the pin on a grenade, throwing the pin, and then running away with the grenade still in your hand.
I failed with you before, Sheepy. I know how these things go.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably there would have been handcuffs involved as well.
Handcuff yourself to the grenade or something. I don't.
You handcuff yourself to the grenade, but not for long.
You just have to ask yourself one thing. Did I throw the pin or the grenade? There's the grenades. Okay, cool. So that is close enough that it's not going to scatter too much. Roll me a d2.
A 1.
Oh yeah, that's one. So it like you don't really take the time to check, but when you throw it, you're like, this is gonna land in front of them, and you know, at the very least, be a distraction while I peg it. Roll me 2d10. 4 times. Oh, sorry, 3 times actually.
3 times. Okay. 15, 9, 13.
Okay. Oh God, that can't be right. Sorry, I just looked at something and I was like,
terrifying
okay, yeah.
things your 40k GM tells you.
Okay, yeah, no, that's I looked at their wounds, the smaller pink things, because I know the bigger guy, I know what he's like, and he's scary as fuck. And I was like, these guys, they can't have these many wounds. Like, that's impossible. And then because of... Yeah, okay. The explosion, you hear, like, kind of a few rending screeches, kind of maybe like a roar of anger, and you're running. Roll me athletics.
At this point, I look up and go, ah, that sounds like Jim.
Roll me an awareness, you three.
You roll mine for me, please.
Oh, yeah.
I'm running real good. It's almost like I put skills in it, but I didn't.
Yeah, Jesus, you didn't. Okay, I was not aware of the...
Any modifiers for ours, or just straight?
Just straight, unless you have anything that helps with your...
I don't think so.
I know the sound of Jim. Any modifiers?
You rolled a 66, Lena. You failed by 4 degrees.
I failed real bad.
Roll me a D100, and I'll calculate that for your Servo Skull.
Okay. Oh,
He might pick something up.
Barry pull through.
Barry.
Nope, he picks up nothing.
He's currently like knocking into the side of your head. Like, yeah. This is
Give him like the dog scratches.
yeah. Just like behind the ear. There's no ears.
Okay. Now I'm excited too. What was that?
No. Sorry, Jim. Luckily you rolled well on your athletics. So you're running like all buggery. Now, the important thing is once they have taken a surprisingly small amount of damage compared to what you might imagine they take from a freaking grenade, they are going to also, with some chitters and some screams and some roaring. That isn't right. Give me a second. Oh, that is right. Okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
I am loading up a dodge roll.
If you would like to have a look at the roll, it says plus 30 to athletics. Didn't realize they had that. 6 degrees of success, because I also rolled quite well anyway. Immediately, you hear like pounding feet and like slathering, like kind of panting and stuff right behind you. Like you can almost feel them breathing on your neck. And I will say, for the sake of it, you're halfway to the safe house at this point. You've got choices. You can like scream and shout.
I believe I can lean into my character min-maxing ways here, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because once per round, I can run and gun, essentially. I can use my pistol as a free action when I move, right?
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna keep on running, but hold the gun behind my head. And just be firing backwards. Full auto, no aim.
Full auto, no aim. Go for it. Wait, which gun are you using?
The hot shot one. The hot shot las pistol.
Hot shot las pistol. Okay, cool.
So no aim. What range would this be? That's the only thing I don't know.
I mean, from their athletics, short, or maybe point blank. I'll give you point blank on this, because they're pretty damn close.
Point blank is good. Point blank is good. Full auto, modifier 0, ammo.
Does the las pistol have full auto?
I don't know. It says rate of fire S2 blank.
So you can do semi-auto, which is 2 shots, or single shot, which would be standard.
Okay, so no aim, point blank range, semi-auto, modifier 0, ammo semi-auto, submit. Firing mode, normal. I'd love to overcharge or something like that, but I don't know what any of that means.
Mm. Are you okay, dude?
Do our fate points reset between sessions?
Yeah.
I would like to use a fate point to re-roll, please.
It's not even like you have bad skills at this point. It's just, even if you had really good skills, you would have failed most of these rolls. There you go.
There we go. Woo.
Okay, 3 degrees of success also gets you 2 hits. Roll me 2 damage dice, please. You're not looking, so you don't know this. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you this little piece of information just as an idea. Of your 3 damage rolls, 2 of with the grenade, 2 of them did damage, and not very much. These shots, they hit and don't do any damage. So
but
you
they slowed them down.
sure? Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
I assume as I run towards the safe house as full tilt as I can.
There are 4 of them, and you shot twice. You hit twice, so it maybe slowed 2 of them down. Like it staggered them for a moment. So that's your free action. You want to keep running, like?
Oh yeah, double dash. Yeah. As fast as I can, really.
Anything else?
Let's see. I used a movement action. I've got a free action for firing. Do I get to fire more? Do I have more actions? I don't actually know how this system works, Sheepy. Only you know. We're discussing it in chat right now. Only you know.
Sorry, I got distracted because because of your hair. There was a Rimmer H on your head, like the hologram thing in Red Dwarf.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could, for example, like shout really loudly and hope that everyone hears you, or someone hears you.
But then people might see me with the heresy. I will scream, but not in my own voice.
Okay. Roll me a deceive, and everyone else roll me an awareness. They give you a +30 on this. That's a roll.
Sounds about right, doesn't it? Really? Let's be honest.
Are you rolling like some special dice that is a D100, but it only has 90 to 100 on it?
I mean, at this stage, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm confused as well, actually, because that is deceive is fellowship. Yeah, no, 26 is actually my target. Yep. Yep. I was like, that looks like -20. It's not.
There you go, Selena. You got it. Oh, someone stole Scrat's dice. Salin stole Scrat's dice for that roll.
So I think, yep. No, that definitely does sound like a Jim sort of screeching and howling, running away fast noise.
So you hear some shooting. You hear a woman screaming for help. And then you're like, no, that's Jim screaming for help, trying to sound like a woman. Okay. And Salin, you don't hear this because Kerrigan's servo skull is bumping into the back of your head repeatedly, just like nudging you and like beeping.
Oh, he likes you. Oh, okay. Oh, what's that? Is that your friend?
Yes.
Oh, he sounds like he's in really big trouble. Should we help him?
I think that would probably be a good idea. Yeah. Not gonna lie.
Does he do that often?
More often than I would like. Yes. Yes, he does. I think yes. Yeah. Let's just peek our heads out the door and let's see what's going on there.
Very stop. Very stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna look out the safe house door.
You see Jim, like Tom Cruising it towards you, with 4 pink things behind. Who's looking? Are all of you taking a look at this?
Okay. Yeah, that's my partner there.
Let's get a willpower from all of you.
Okay, cool.
Because these things have fear too. Oh no.
No modifier?
No modifier.
Okay. I only failed a little bit.
Okay.
Just
I'm
please.
so sorry, Inez, that you've also using my dice. I'm so sorry.
You know what? It's fine.
That dice rolls tell a funny story.
Exactly.
You say it's fine, but
It's not fine.
you guys have fate points. I
don't know what those do.
They let you re-roll.
Okay.
I would advise Kerrigan you not to re-roll because you didn't fail by that much. It could still be bad, so you can re-roll if you
I'm
want.
okay.
but-
I have no emotional attachment to this character.
Okay. Oh god. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to roll for. I keep forgetting. I need to roll for Selena. Selena, I apologize for this. Oh no, I don't. You succeeded.
Yes. I have also seen worse than this.
You've been with Jim for a while, so yeah.
I think
It's like
I
a Tuesday
do.
morning.
I think I do want to re-roll. If
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I mean, you also went through the whole brothel experience, intact. So, well, that's worse.
Oh my.
God.
Okay, I need a D100 from both Kerrigan and Sarlin. Kerrigan, yours is straight up. Sarlin, yours is. Oh God. Plus 50. Oh my God! No. Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming rerolls can't be used for that.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use a reroll.
It's a
Because
good
that
idea.
feels bad.
Scrap, get your dice out of this game, man.
No.
Okay, that's slightly better, but I don't think it's that good. Do I just knock off one fate point or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me
I have a
second.
lot of those. I don't know why. Oh! Oh no!
Okay.
You know what? I had so much fun.
I allowed Kerrigan to do it. So if you'd like to use a fate point to reroll that, it could be worse. It could be better. Wait,
It's only a 70, so there's definitely a lot of degrees worse it can get.
But also statistically likely to be better, as long as you don't use my dice.
That's the problem.
I mean, if you roll higher, things can get pretty bad.
God. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna pray that this is gonna be better.
Sure. Okay.
Moderately
Hey.
better.
It's slightly, yeah, it's not as bad as it originally was. Okay,
Session is going to go down the drain so quickly.
it's still going better than last session, don't worry.
That's beautiful. You know what?
Oh god! Thanks for having us. This was great. This was so much fun.
Look, this is my fault. I added demons in. I knew what was gonna happen.
You know what? It's my brand. You know, it's 666. We're going for it. You know what? It's
Oh.
fine.
Honestly, I was half convinced, just purely because of how Jim was, he was going to attack Mr. Floaty Dude, the bird. That would have been bad. Let me just say that. That would have been bad. This is pretty bad, and whoever added in the complication may have killed all the
Wild.
characters. Just FYI.
I hope you feel guilty, Wild. I hope you feel guilty.
You have two of your other gamers on this stream, Wild.
So, Kerrigan. As you see these pink monstrosities charging towards you, their tongues slathering, you're hit with this kind of just revulsion, and it hits you right in your spine. And reeling with shock, the character backs away from the source of fear. She cannot willingly approach the object of the fear, but can otherwise act normally with a -10 penalty on all tests until the end of the encounter.
Okay, that's not that bad. I just go, Barry, I don't like it. Put it away. Make it go away.
Barry Beebs. Salin.
I guess that's me. Like,
For now. Yeah, just so you know, that 121 would have had you vomiting and screaming. So it's better than that. Oh, okay. Roll me a d5.
I don't want to. Just kidding.
I refuse.
No! I'm leaving. You can't kill me if I quit.
And that is true though. Why can't I roll a d5? Come on.
God damn it, Wild.
Wild donates another 1,000 bits. They say to make up for their guilt. Whether that means a positive complication is up to your interpretation, Sheepy.
Damn it, Wild.
I mean, it's up to Wild. Is it worse or better? What do you want?
How do you want to assuage your guilt?
Wait, how the heck do I roll a d5?
Just,
/R 1d5.
Got it. Good.
Do it, Will. That's what it.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, kind GM.
Kind, benevolent, dearest GM, please.
I don't know how to make it worse.
Yeah, so it can only get better. We're at
I did very recently quote the quote from quote 698. I'll never forget. I honestly don't know how I could make this any worse. For the first time as a GM, I don't know how this could get worse. We've broken Sheepy as a DM. I think that's what was happening.
The chat isn't helping, to be honest. Like that's 3 complications in the space of in playing time, about an hour and a half. Okay. Wait, where were we before I got distracted by just no idea how to make this?
What? A D5 roll.
Salin, you see this. You see the horrific things that you've never seen before. These demons who they look unnatural. They don't look right. They are wrong. And you feel this, just this pin almost going straight through your brain, and everything goes black. You're unconscious for 4 rounds. And when you wake up, you have a -10 to your test.
Oh, that is, you know what? That's beautiful.
Yeah. It would almost be better if you were screaming and vomiting, weirdly.
Truly.
What happens along with that?
Just roll you further into the house. Just go on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. That is
We are the most competent team, obviously.
yes.
We are the best for the job. Obviously, everything will be fine. We will help you then, totally. It's not there.
Meanwhile, in the background, just Solid just goes.
Everything is fine.
It's fine.
I'm not.
He did that the first time he saw Heresy, so
I'm not gonna tell you guys what to do. I don't think at this point anyone would blame you if you just shut the door and pretend you didn't hear Jim.
exactly what I was thinking of doing. I was just like, no.
No. And then, like, Jim gets the door, he's like pounding on the door, it's like, let me in, and you're like, are you a heretic? Ah! Like, chomp, chomp, chomp.
That's not the answer.
So, Jim, roll me an athletics, please. Okay.
Let's see. Our fate points reset each session, right?
Yep.
You have to beat a 17, dude.
I know, but I'm just looking at the degrees of failure, and I feel like less degrees of failure would be good.
I mean, look, I'll do this for you, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a massive failure either way. Sure, okay.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to act in some, like, it's up to you what you want to do here. You are very, like, you realize these things are fast. And whoever set them on you, that giant bird person, is an asshole.
Things Jim is looking for. Storm drains.
You're out in the ruined area of where it used to be like a suburb of the hive. It's like stone houses.
Suburbs, huh? Storm drains.
It's like
sewers.
It's like feudal suburb.
Okay.
You get up high.
Sheepy,
Uh-huh.
I would like to brace for impact.
Okay.
And try to slip a grenade into this thing's pocket/mouth.
Into one of them.
Into one of them, yes. The others, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. So, okay. 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 So, give me a sleight of hand.
If I see this, I'm not going to close the door on Jim.
Yep.
I am probably going to be like, ugh, and I'm going to have to run out after him. Like,
Alright, we go. Okay, I'm gonna stay here.
okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you guys do have to stay there because you can't approach your sorcerer.
Yep.
Do you have a gun?
Oh, wait.
I have a hand cannon. I don't know what that does.
Hand me a gun.
It's attached to my hand. I can't.
Yeah. Okay.
It's annoying. And I'm going to look down at Solid who's on the floor to see if she's got any weapons.
As a free action, I am allowed to draw a weapon, so I might also draw my chainsword, but in my offhand. And hell, there's 4 of them. Let's try and John Wick this. It's gonna go down with a fight.
Okay.
Just channel that time that you killed 18 whores.
They weren't all whores. Some of them were patrons.
Jim doesn't know that.
He just knows they're heretics because he shot them.
Right? My gun only shoots heretics. I'm very confused about these demons because my gun did hit them, but it doesn't seem like they've died. So I'm a bit confused.
Not just that, but I'm gonna say as you turn around and brace for impact to basically put your hand in one of their mouths with the grenade. It doesn't look like they're particularly beat up. You know, like usually when you shoot things, they look like they took damage. These things, yeah. Also, they took a grenade blast, and that didn't really do much either. Anyway, roll me damage on the 2d10, please.
Oh.
Really?
Oh. Oof.
You know what's funny is I was like, seeing as you managed to get this inside its body, I'm not gonna have the armor have an effect. Okay, roll me a dodge. There you go. So what I'm gonna say is, you stop, you turn, you like punch forward at this like screaming pink thing. That's a lot of it is teeth currently in your vision, and you effectively pull the pin on the grenade, shove this frag grenade down into its mouth, and pull back just as it like crunches down, and then you kind of jump to the side as they like all come barreling past you. They stop. A couple of them are staring at you guys in the safe house. They're reasonably close now, so probably in range of your weapons. And you see the one in the middle just expand very slightly, and then like a dull kind of poof, and then a little bit of smoke like trickles out of his mouth, and he burps. Everyone roll initiative.
Good to see you again, Jim. I missed you.
Hey,
Is
Selena.
that your friend?
So initiative is 1d10 plus your agility. Jesus crap. Plus your agility bonus, which is the 10 digit on your agility. So like if you're like 40, it's 4. If you're 30, it's 3, etc., etc. And I'll roll for these guys who, oh my, okay.
It did not roll for me for some reason. It said
Yeah, you have to have like a token, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's all.
If you just drag your name onto the map anywhere and then click on it, you've selected your token.
Okie dokie, I will do that. Oh boy.
So while you guys are rolling your initiative stuff, I invite you to look at their initiative agility bonus, which is 5. Which means they have at least 50 agility.
I mean, I had a +4 there, you know.
Yeah.
Mine,
Yeah.
Mickey.
Oh, yeah.
I got the 9.
Selena.
It didn't like me when I tried to drag my character.
Oh, nice. Okay, so wow, everyone rolled really badly. Even the demon. So, it is going to be Selena up first. And oh wait. Yeah, it's going to be because you have a slightly higher agility bonus than Kerrigan. So it's going to be Selena and then Kerrigan. Considering this is like really super dangerous, I'm going to give you guys, and also I need to go to the toilet. I'm going to give you guys a very quick amount of time to strategize between yourselves because you're going to need to do something here. So good luck. I'm going to be listening, and
Well, one of our party is unconscious, so that helps.
Only for 4 rounds. It'll be fine.
Do you have any weapons on you, please?
I have a hand cannon, and I have just that's it. That's all I got.
I didn't put it in the character sheet here, but I do have a lasgun.
Excellent. I will steal your lasgun because you
Okay.
can't use it. And Jim.
It's a long las.
Okay. I'm sure that'll be fine. Long las.
I can't move from the door frame, so I'm staying in the door frame.
Okay, just you hit them from the door frame. can Barry do anything?
I have no idea what Barry can do, to be completely honest.
Excellent. Throw him at them if we have to.
Barry will be critical to our escape. We don't need to outrun them. We just need to outrun Barry.
That's my friend who fell in battle, who I then resurrected as a helpful robot, and you're like, cool, let's kill him again.
Oh my god.
You can't die.
I mean, I'll do it, but I'll feel bad.
The only other thing I can think of is everyone get into the house. We lock the door, push something in front of it, run up the stairs, escape through an upstairs window, and just try and get the heck out of Dodge.
That might
I've got
be
it.
better.
I've got it. I dodge around the things. I get inside.
Yes.
I put a new sign on the door saying "No heresies."
Don't think we got time for the notes.
I'm really good at sleight of hand. I'm really good at sleight of hand. Then I
think
can.
that's gonna work, Jim.
Then we close the door, leave Barry holding the door, whilst we escape.
You're gonna have to drag
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that.
up the stairs. Okay.
It doesn't sound promising what I heard.
You know what? That's because it isn't.
Okay, good. Good.
So,
We have a plan.
So, what I'm gonna do for this? It was Wild who did the extra complication.
Yes,
Yes.
it was. Yeah.
That's how it was.
During this fight, I will allow at any point Wild just to say save them, and the complication will be
Send
good.
him, Mr. Muscles.
Yeah, the complication will be good. Otherwise, I'll make it bad.
Okay.
Oh, wild,
So-
please.
I will keep an eye on chat and see what Wild decides. Honestly, the next episode may very well be.
The last.
All
well,
new characters.
Yeah, it might be your like squad coming to help you is actually just you because your characters are dead. Okay.
Oh no. Selena.
I love the begging in chat now.
Selena, you're up. What do you want to do?
Okay. Okay. So, my plan was to close the front door. Get. Okay. I'm going to run in. I'm going to grab our unconscious comrade and try and drag her up the staircase in the safe house to the upstairs. That's all I'm going to do. Just drag in upstairs.
And-
say the staircase. That was sucking. My whole plan rides on there being a staircase in this house.
And by extension, making yourself safer too.
Yes,
Okay.
I use a shield.
Yeah. Well, you do that.
Excellent.
You are now safer. I mean, they're still aware you're inside the house. So.
Yeah, I'm going to a room which has a large window, which would be easily climb outable.
Okay.
It says
Uh,
that the last time she tried to climb out a window, she got stuck.
A little bit. A little bit. Yeah. And then that led to Jim getting arrested and actually that you getting stuck in the window pretty much you could connect the dots to this exact moment and that was like this is how we got here.
Yeah. My inability to climb out of windows.
God. Oh.
That's my whole plan.
You want the long las, I take it, and
Yeah, I've got the long lads and I've got Salin.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're set up. So next round, everything will be fine. Kerrigan.
Hi.
Barry gives a supportive beep.
Okay. I can't get any closer, so I will just try and shoot it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how to shoot.
Okay, so if you go to your gear.
Yeah. I have the hand cannon input, but I don't really know how to make it go to Roll20, I guess.
So you click the hit button, and it will say input value. Put in half aim, standard range.
I have a -10, do I? Though, because of my fear thingy.
Yeah, so you.
So it'd be no aim.
No. So if you do half aim, standard range, rate of fire, I believe is only a single shot.
Standard range, rate of fire, standard.
Standard, yeah.
Okay.
And then modifier, you just put -10.
Ammo single.
Yeah.
Firing mode normal. I did it!
You hits! There you go!
We succeeded at something!
By the most marginal level of success.
It's fine!
Click on damage.
Is that
okay.
good?
I think you're supposed to put 4 and not 41. That's a D10 plus 41. Not
No, that's...
not plus 4. Which is, I believe, what the hand cannon does.
Oh, but I thought it said in the rulebook 41. Oops.
A D10 plus 41 would be like a ship cannon or something like that.
I'll do that again.
It would be like the end move in Power Rangers when they all combine their weapons together.
I changed it.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go. Your gun flies up, pointing at one of these horrific beasts. You aim down your sights. You're like, you may scare me, but I can still do damage to you. Pull the trigger. This solid slug flies out of your gun, and the demon grabs it out of the air in its hand, and just like drops it on the ground. And you're like, I should be.
Okay, I tried my one thing, and it did not work. We are screwed.
Come upstairs!
Okay. Hey, Mr. Jim, you should probably run. I'm going to run.
Yeah. Would you like to run upstairs too?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe bollocks and they can't run upstairs.
Oh, okay, I know what I did wrong. I thought it was 41, it was 4I. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's impact damage is the thing.
That's my bad.
I can't wait to tell you what these demons are like. Like these are the weak demons.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They're not weak.
No, they're not.
I had an idea, like when I was building them, I was like, this is a rough encounter, but then Scrat made him double the one that was supposed to fight him, and then the complication made it 4.
We are fucked.
Okay, so where were we? We were middle of death, right? Next up is the demons. Okay, one like the first demon looks at Jim, the one that just had a grenade explode inside it, and lunges forward, lashing out with its claws. And okay, there we go. Yeah, because you're not in there. Wow. Okay. Jim,
Why?
would you like to dodge that?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a dodge.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah. It's very clearly been minutely slowed down by the explosion inside it, which it looks a little bit discomforted by that. You rolled really badly on your damage, dude.
I really did. Yeah.
You know, actually, you know what? The entirety of this session can be boiled down to you rolled really badly on.
The entirety of this campaign
Yeah.
can be boiled down to.
Yeah.
But hey, check out Sheepy. How good is he at helping us fail forwards? Hmm?
I'm trying so hard.
Trying so hard to save us.
By the way, I did see what Wild said, so
Yes.
I know what's happening now. The second, another one looks at you and just charges.
Oh,
And-
hi.
Goes right at you again. Yep. You don't get a dodge this time. So I'm just gonna roll damage.
Okay.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Ooh. Ooh.
I rolled a 1 and the damage is 11.
Excellent. So that puts my body down to 49.
Let's have a look here. So penetration, I believe, is 2. Why do you have 60 on your body?
Because I took like some sort of armor. I remember taking some sort of armor.
I don't think you have 60 on your armor.
I have a flak vest.
I think that may be 6.
What does my body start at?
So you okay. So if we put this at 6, like that, there we go. How this works, because we haven't had you guys take too much damage, although bad things have happened in the past. This 11 goes through. Basically, you subtract your armor from the 11, and it penetrates 3 of your armor. So that means that your goes through 3 of that, so that will be 6. 6 taken away from 11 is 5. You take 5 wounds, which brings you down to 4 wounds. So you don't go down, but you take claws in the side.
Quick question, a couple questions actually. Does Barry move on different initiative? And then also, is Barry also frightened?
Barry is not frightened. He is following you, banging against the back of your head as you're going up the stairs.
Okay.
And he doesn't have any weapons or anything, so.
I just wanted to know, can I send him and just have him grab the back of Jim's poncho and just drag him in?
Well, Jim hasn't actually done anything yet. This isn't Jim's turn, you know. Nah. But I've looked up the flak vest. It is body armor.
Yeah.
It has an AP of 3 and a max AG of 60, whatever the AG is.
It has an AP of 3?
Yes.
Okay. You're on 1 wound. So, don't get hit. Okay, everything's fine.
Everything is awesome. Not too bad.
Can I please send Barry to take out the poor person I just met and drag him inside by the poncho?
Barry won't be. He's like a he's like a floating skull with a few tools and things.
Okay.
Can't really carry a person, unfortunately.
Okay, well, bye, Jim. It was nice not knowing you.
This might ruin our holding the door plans.
Speaking of which, 2 of the other demons charge for the safe house. Kerrigan, you ran, right?
I
So
would
there's
have liked to.
There's no one in the doorway.
Nope.
Should have
I'll
maybe
ro-
closed the door on Jim.
I'll roll. Okay. Yep. Yep. One of them. Okay. One of them is kind of gets through, like pushes his the other demon like off to the side slightly, and just like it can smell you, and it just jumps at you, and it is going to try and get
Not
you.
like that. It's very close to me and it's cross.
Okay.
You hear a door slam from upstairs.
Yeah.
We die together tonight. This is fine.
We ride together, we die together.
I don't even know you.
Although I might slam the door in your face if there's demons.
No, they're inside the house now. It's over. So you were saying earlier, no guest characters have died yet?
Yep.
Not yet.
Well, there were a couple who didn't do a good job of keeping the team in place, and they got sent to a Tyrannid world to fight Tyrannids. That was like a punishment. They're probably dead.
But no one has died in stream yet.
No.
Because I think this is going to be the first.
I mean, this was a chat murdering you guys. Like,
This is
100%. So, roll me a dodge.
What is that?
It's one of your skills.
Oh, I'm not very good at that.
It's fine.
Do I get my minus 10?
Yeah. You can re-roll if you like. I would advise against it, to be honest.
Okay, I'm not going to.
It's yeah. Okay.
It's fine.
You guys are so lucky I'm rolling badly on damage. In a way, I guess.
I feel lucky.
I do not feel lucky.
That's the feeling.
That's a lot of damage. I also don't know how armor works.
So.
It does in this. This is the issue.
Let's have a look.
I
here.
have none though.
You will have armor.
Okay.
Let's just go with this because this is like the standards. So 13 pen 3, so it's actually going to take that away. So -2. Wow. You are also on 1 wound left. That's amazing. I've rolled a 1 and a 3 on a D10. And it's like it's 1 damage away from putting you guys down both. Okay, that's the demon's turn. They almost killed 2 of you. Well, they almost downed 2 of you. I believe next up is it Scrat up next? Is it Jim up next? So that's 4. Yeah, Jim, you're up now.
What kind of action is it for me to get high?
I'd say a free action at this point. Just
I would like to fill my arm with as much slot as I can, which increases my agility and perception bonus by 3 for 1d20 for 2d10 minutes.
Okay. The bonus won't help you at this point. Just for the record.
We'll be high as fuck.
It's just like the bonus, like it's not going to give you a bonus to your dodge or anything like that. So
It wouldn't?
no.
What was the point of this drug?
Well, if you take it before combat, you get a bonus to your initiative. But I mean, you rolled a 1 anyway in your initiative. You know what? Screw it. Sheepdog doesn't care about rules. Fuck the rules. Slort in this case gives you a +20 to your dodge roll.
Yay!
Yay!
Guys will still hate us, and you'll still fail.
Yeah. Pound some drugs, scrap.
Yep. Jim fills up on combat drugs. I think for extra quick thing, he's chucking him, injecting straight into the throat, and then yeah, straight in the jugular.
And just like screaming and charging at demons with this like syringe in his. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yep. Then I'd like to run towards. Hang a minute. Are they in the safe house?
Yes.
One is in the safe house. Yeah, they're both in the safe house. One is like just inside the doorway, and then the other is up the stairs.
On me.
Yeah.
Well, that plan's fucked.
And also the door to upstairs just slammed shut on me. So,
Did it actually?
No, not the actual door to upstairs, but at least one door upstairs.
Okay.
okay.
You know, the one that I'm in. There are other rooms with other windows, but the one that I happen to be in is closed.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm seeing that this just looks like a death house now.
Yeah.
Safe house doesn't seem to be an applicable word. Lots of
And
death.
They broke your rules.
And it's all your fault.
There are heretics in the house now, and the sign clearly said no heretics.
It was
So-
foolproof. It was foolproof. I didn't pick up a flamer either, did I? No, I let it burn. I would like to
Right? I feel like this is about the beginning.
I would like to run. I'm going to run away from the safe house towards another house.
Okay. There are ruined houses all over the place.
As I run, I'll be again shooting some. This time maybe half aiming, like over shoulder aiming.
Okay.
Probably not point blank range anymore, but short range definitely. We're still going to semi-auto it though because, you know. Hey! Hey there. So I'm going to shoot as I run towards another house.
Okay. Yeah, you hit?
Great. Damage as well? Do I need to roll damage?
That'd be great, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how you okay. It hits the demon in the shoulder with this kind of like hotshot las pistol. You've used it a few times. You've seen it being used. It goes through like the flak vest and everything like that. Like it's got this great like penetrative just punch. It hits the demon in the shoulder, and a little wisp of smoke comes off of this little black like scorch mark, like tiny little scorch mark, and a little wisp of smoke comes off.
We're getting to him. I would like very quickly, as I run through this door, if you'll allow, to use my cigar to write "He went that way" arrow on the door.
I'm going to allow this just purely because Jim thinks the demons speak low Gothic or high Gothic, like whether like let's say English for the sake of this. Sure.
Yep. And I'm gonna close the door. The biggest part of this sign is the arrow.
I'm sure that'll help.
Is this not our house? It's the other house, yeah?
This is a different house. And if there happens to be like a chain or a bolt lock on the door, I'd also like to put them across. And look around at this room, and if it's full of demons, god damn it, sheepy.
It is not full of demons. You do close the door. There is no bolt and chain because, I mean, it's a ruin. There's ruined houses. Yeah, there you go. Up next, I believe, is... Where were we? Solin.
Unconscious Solin.
You moan slightly in your sleep and drool a little bit. Sorry, not sleep, you're unconscious. In your state of fugue, a little bit of drool just dribbles out as you are on the floor in shock and probably having really bad dreams.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a little drool either. I think it's just like the whole cheek is just like smeared.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and she looks like there's sweat on her forehead, and she just looks pained.
It's been a bad 2 minutes, man.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
We literally just got here.
Just.
Like, we just got here. We said hi, and now we're gonna die.
You've heard rumors of an inquisitorial team that is bad to team up with. You've heard that the people who team up with them are either put into horrific situations, or you didn't realize it was this team. Suddenly you put the dots together and you're like,
Oh no. I got stuck with the shitty team. Oh no. This is the end.
so
So I have nothing to do on my turn.
Rules some more.
That's it. End of my turn. It's okay.
Selena, it's the next round. What I'm gonna say is because you need it, would you like to wake Solid up?
I do just want to escape. I'm not a hero.
You can okay.
Can't fight heretics.
Let
if
me-
I'm dead.
Let me give you the situation as you would see it right now. Outside that window is 2 demons.
I'm at the back. I was aiming for the back of the house.
I thought you took the rifle.
Case.
Yeah, you took the rifle, and then you were like, and I'm at the window, so I can shoot at the demons.
Oh, I didn't realize I'd gone out. No, I said my plan was to get out of the house via a window. I didn't say I was going to necessarily shoot anything, but I want to not be where the demons are.
Why did you take the gun then?
Just in case I needed it. I don't have one. Oh my god.
Okay. What I'll say is, you have the rose, right?
Yes.
You can do that as a free action on Solin.
Okay. I crumple up the rose.
Oh, it's like a.
Oh, it's an eject thing. Wakey, wakey! Open the window, and I would like to climb out of the window up onto the house.
Or onto the top of the house?
Well, yeah, I'm on the. Well, if I look out the window, where there's down to go to or up.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. You're going to the roof?
Yeah.
Oh god. All right.
Well, otherwise I gotta go down where the demons
No.
are.
You know what? No, it makes perfect sense. I'm with
And
you.
he looked really cool when he was last on a roof.
He did. It's true. It
I did
seems
look
so
really
long
cool.
ago. All right. Roll.
Almost
the-
professional seeming at that time. Almost.
Weird.
Would you like athletics or acrobatics for this time?
Can you look
Then.
at my for me?
Yeah. So your acrobatics is untrained. Your athletics is untrained.
Oh, cool.
You have a bit more strength than you have No, you have a bit more agility, so acrobatics would be better.
I take the acrobatics then, please.
Okie dokie.
I plan to reroll with my fate point. Cat, help me out.
Failed by 3 degrees.
Okay.
Your target, 20.
Can I use my fate point?
Absolutely. This is your last fate point.
Yeah. So I used. I had a reroll and then 2 fate points, and I've only used 1.
Then yes, you have a fate point left.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know you used that reroll.
Yeah.
Okay. Acrobatics. You failed. Oh, you rolled a 39 instead of a 49, so you failed by 2 degrees of success. Failure.
Have I got anything left?
No. Oh, yeah. Do you have your reroll from the?
Yeah. So I can use that. Try again.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to fall.
I think you're gonna. Yeah, you are.
Fixing my dice.
I mean, I'm rolling quite well considering none of them were over 50. It's just you're not trained in acrobatics or.
Windows.
You fool.
Ow.
You feel very guilty about leaving everyone to. Are you? You're not taking sorry, names. You're not taking Solin with you, right?
No, injection. Go.
Yeah. Okay. You fall and land, and considering that this is going to make a lot of noise, there's 2 demons outside, and I'm not going to give you any damage for this. You just land noisily, and that's the end of the turn. Solin.
Jim. Be there. Fuck.
Sure.
Have we had comms this whole time?
Yeah.
Like, Jim's literally in the house like, oh, who is this?
We established that in the first episode, just between the 2 of us.
Yeah, you guys have comms between the 2 of you.
Jim, where are you?
Who is this?
It's Santa Claus. Who do you think it is? What house are you in?
Oh, I'm in the next house.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute. I'm running towards wherever the next house is.
Yeah. You could give more accurate description of where the house is. Sorry, you can run to that house.
Could, but did he? We could have done a lot of things.
Yeah,
but did we?
Usually I'd be like, oh yeah, you give perfect instructions. It's just like, does this team give perfect? Solin, you're waking up and you're gonna have a turn now because because you've just been injected with pleasure drugs.
So even if you die, you're gonna really like it. It'll be fine.
Basically, what these drugs are is it gives you this haze where, like,
Pain is pleasure.
Yeah, pain is pleasure. Everything just feels good. There's nothing to worry about. Life is fleeting, and you have to enjoy it. And I'll tell you this because you can't see the demons right now. When you see the demons, they'll look beautiful. They'll look great. Everything you see looks great. This crappy, ruined house looks wonderful. It's just the stupidest of drugs. So, feel free to play this out however you would like within those parameters.
Well, first of all, hi. You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
Oh, your gun's gone.
Yeah. Fucking great.
Oh, this has gone so badly.
Yeah. So that's the first thing I noticed, I think.
Yeah.
And then, with this drug in effect, I go, I mean, whatever. I mean, guns, no guns, whatever, right? No, I don't. Wait, I do remember a plan of going away, right? Of running away.
Oh, yeah.
So then I do stand up after saying, love your house, beautiful. And then I think I climb out the window and kind of like it's kind of clumsy. I like one leg out first, then the other one, and then I like let myself hang, and then I just like let myself go a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a d2.
This will go good, or it will go bad.
That's...
Yeah.
Odds and evens.
No, do not laugh.
Selena! You pick yourself up. You're dusting yourself off. Yep. You look up. You get squished.
Damn it!
Just and so this is gonna hurt both of you.
But it's
But
not,
for one of you're like, wow, that was you basically clonk heads as you kind of tumble in this mess of just mess.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Garbage. And you're both outside. Congratulations. It's not safer out here, but oh my god, you left Kerrigan in the house with 2 demons.
And one wound.
Oh my god, okay. Oh.
Again, what was that about? Guest characters not dying?
You'll be... I'm sorry.
Don't lie to me.
No, I can't.
Don't lie to me, Shibi. I've made peace with this.
Fine. I have a gun. It's fine.
Kerrigan, you're up.
Alright, what can I do with the most chance of getting out somewhat okay? What are my options?
You
And
just
if
saw...
there are none, how can I die gloriously?
You just saw a woozy... sorry, again, Nick. You just saw a woozy Sarlin fall out a window in front of you. You reckon you could jump out that window?
Okay.
Roll.
Betty, come on.
Roll me an athletics or acrobatics, please.
Okay, I don't think either of these are really great. What is athletics? What is S?
Strength.
Oh, neither of these are very great. Okay. Acrobatics? Okie doke. Heh. Okay, can I use a fate point, please?
Oh god, that's the crit failure. Okay.
Please reroll, or am I not allowed to?
Do you have fate points, right?
I have a lot.
Okay, yeah, go for it. That's good.
You say that's
good. Can I please use another?
No, you're only allowed to use one. Oh
cool.
god.
It's slightly less of a failure, but not really.
I count 95 and above as crit failures.
Oh, okay, never mind. No difference was made. I'm dead. Bye, guys.
So you're a little bit dazed because you got claws.
I am bleeding out, probably.
Yeah. The only thing that saved you from like being completely impaled by these claws was like some of your metal that's on you. The claws are retracted, and like your fear brain / survival instinct sees Sarlin like peace out of this window, and you're like, that's a good plan.
Go. Yes.
Barry beeps at you, and you assume it's a supportive like let's peace out. Barry like flies and goes straight out through this window, and it just kind of turns around, hovers outside, and you take this moment of like, I Can't fight these dudes. He caught my bullet. Run. And you run. Unfortunately, you don't have the presence of mind to jump through the window, so you run through the wall. Roll me a d5.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
Roll me 2d10.
Okay.
So roll me a d10 and another d10, please.
Do I do them just separate entries in roll 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
This is going poorly. This is going poorly.
You pass out.
Okay.
You hit the wall. You go through it. Like there's a Kerrigan-shaped hole in that wall now.
It's very short. It's like 5 foot tall.
Yeah. Barry tries to catch you, but he's a floating skull.
I would like to say I wanted to jump and reach for him, and then I did it, and I just landed on top of him.
Yeah, like the Kerrigan-shaped hole is like you with your hands up like this, and like as you burst through the wall, you pass out. So you just passed out in this position, like flying, you know, with like your legs tucked in behind you, like you're going for a touchdown. Selena, you pick yourself up. You dust yourself off.
Again.
You look up to this small figure, looking like she's about to do a touchdown. You
But
go
in all
down.
fairness, I have Sarlin on top of me, so I have a shield between me and what's about to hit, right?
No shame. No shame at all.
Would you like to do that?
Well, she landed on me the first time, so she's got to be on top of me.
Okay. Roll me an athletics.
Can you roll me an athletics?
Yes.
How far into the Yakety Sack soundtrack have we gotten?
I think it's just on repeat at this point. You failed by 7 degrees.
Oh crap.
Would you like to re-roll? You have a fate point. I wouldn't advise it.
No. That just...
You stand up. You brush yourself off. You look up. There's a small, slightly metallic form looking like she's trying to do a touchdown. Very clearly passed out at this point. You realize you're holding Solin's leg by the trousers, by the robes. You're like, oh, shield, and it just rips, and you've got a piece of cloth. And then Kerrigan lands on you, and all three of you are in a pile again. Solin, you feel a sensation which should hurt, but it doesn't because you got drugged up by one of your colleagues.
First you take my gun, and then you rip my gun. No, just kidding.
Hang on. Just to clarify, you took Salin's gun, filled them with drugs, and then tried to rip their trousers off?
I think it's robes, right, Salin?
Well, she has trousers underneath.
Okay.
She has like an outfit underneath, but she wraps herself in like blankets and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were trousers ripped. Yes. So I feel this sense of pain, which is now pleasure.
Yep.
So I'm like, nice. Yes. Okay. What to do next? I guess I pick up my gun. And do I see any demons in any vicinity?
No, not right now, actually.
Nice.
They're currently in the building and outside the front, and you guys are all out the back.
Cool. Do I Do I detect Jim anywhere?
I'm going to say, through your haze of drugs and everything, you don't have a brilliant picture of the current situation.
I'm just like, what happened?
There's like some dancing cherubs just off in the distance a little bit, which are kind of distracting. You're just like,
Oh, she's very distracted by that. She's whoa.
a few little like points of light that are flying around you, looking a little bit like fairies, you know, like hey, listen.
Yeah. Oh my god. That she gets very distracted by as well, and like does a couple of pirouettes to follow them. And then I think she just starts running.
Yeah. Maybe chasing the fairies.
I guess. Yeah. It's like,
Are they going towards the demon dogs?
Would you like if you just like to run away? We can narratively say like. Or you can roll a random dice and see which way you go if you like. It's up to you.
No, I think she knows that the demons are in the house and that she needs to get away from them, but this is also a run out of some spark of pure joy that sparked in her brain, and she's just like, I'm so happy, I need to run this out of me. And so she's just gonna like run away from the house and just like give her a good like sprint.
Yeah. So you
gun
start,
in hand, just like
just
gun back.
Yeah, got that gun back. You guys all ended up in a pile, like. We'll come back to you in a minute, Jim. We're semi out of combat here, I think. So we'll keep the initiative rolls for now, but we're just gonna see. Selena. Kerrigan is bleeding, oozing from metallic parts. There's a little bit of oil, like just leaking out. I think.
It's a bad time. It's a very bad time.
And also extremely unconscious. You gathered that from running through a wall. What would you like to do?
I would like to go and find Jim, please.
Okay.
Close her eyes. So I'm sorry, I'm not an engineer.
Okay.
So
have I got another rose on me? Have I got a rose? Can I give her a rose?
I don't think that'll fix this.
It'll make it hurt less.
I can't feel anything. I'm out.
Not a medic.
You still have some. I believe you still have a few of those rose injectors, the drugs left, if you want to. Before you go, I guess. You know that it won't help. I'll tell you this. You know that it won't help her.
Okay, then I save it just in case I need it.
Okay. I can't believe that this like heretical drug cartel that I invented is basically like, let's make death a bit less worse for our characters when we go.
I mean, let's be honest, it's gonna be pretty bad. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I just say thank you for coming.
And then you close her eyes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Harry looks real bad.
you like close her eyes, and Barry like hovers down above her, and she creaks and like groans a little bit, still unconscious. So you're very aware she's not dead, but you still
I still feel bad.
Yeah.
Also, Barry, protect her, and I'm gonna run to the next house.
Watch Barry just pull out a whole arsenal, just like. Yep.
It becomes like the Rick and Morty car.
So
do I? She's small, isn't she? I'm small. We're both small. Is she heavy though?
I am small. I'm like barely under 5 foot. I'm like small and tiny and young. And I guess the only thing weighing me down would be whatever metal is in me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can carry her.
Okay, I carry her.
You would also be aware that running to the house would also be running towards the sound of demons slavering outside.
Okay, well, I'm at the back of the house.
Yeah.
I want to just get away. If I can't get to Jim, then I can't get.
You can get to Jim, but you'd also be getting to demons.
Yeah, I want to get away from demons.
Okay.
Please. I'm gonna pick up tiny, small person. I'm also under 5 foot tall, so equally a small person. But I'm gonna attempt to run. But please know, if they start chasing, I will drop you and just keep running.
That is valid. I am okay with that. I will claim the honor of being the first one to die on the street. I don't mind.
Like, come on, Barry, keep up. And I'm gonna run wherever the demons are not. I'm not where Lala's gone.
That is the way.
Is that the only way?
Lala went off skipping.
Yeah.
Like sprinting, but also strangely skipping. And there's a little bit of a song going on as well, I think. So you can follow the song and Lala's the Lala song.
I guess so, maybe. Yeah, and then I'll split as soon as I can. And I'll just, as I'm running, I'll just be like, Jim, we've had to split up. I'll find you though. Hopefully.
I'm gonna try something real stupid, Selena.
That sounds about right.
Jim.
So, Sheepy, before this session, you did ask me how attached I was to Jim.
Yeah, I like Jim. He's cool.
Yeah, you know, Jim's cool. But Jim right now believes he's going to die.
Good belief.
So, Jim is going to reach outside of the norms of his, go-to things. Like, you know, for a moment there's a thought about maybe he can find an inner tire in here and some nails and he can set up some kind of door trap with a chain sword and, like, elastic and... But he disregards that because that's overly complicated and probably not going to work. Instead, he starts thinking, well... I've been pulled through a portal and seen portals a bunch of times. I wonder if I can A, create something to jump through, or B, communicate with a thing and maybe embrace heresy just a little bit. I'm very happy for this not to succeed.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Oh god, this. Okay. Oh, I need like 2 hours to think about how this goes. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, the first thing you'll know is that you have no control over, like, you're not psychic. You're not a psycho.
I'm not. I am not.
And even a psycho couldn't really, like, if they could pierce the warp and then mess around with, like, portals and that, they probably shouldn't. So the option really open to you is appeal to the Chaos Gods for help.
I think that equates roughly to the desperate prayer of a dying man. Yep.
Let me just have a look at your... Roll me a willpower, and I'll give you a +20 on this as well, actually.
Pourquoi? Oh. I have one fate point left, I believe, so since this is a desperate act for a desperate person, I will reroll.
broke it. I think we broke the game.
The air shimmers around you.
Oh shit.
The film that the bird creature was on starts coming out of reality. The bird creature starts coming out of reality. As this is happening, you hear a from outside. And none of you can see this.
Outside is outside. I have bird creature priorities. As it lands, I start disarming, throwing my guns on the floor and putting my hands up.
Yep. All of you hear this, incidentally?
I'm assuming I don't, because I'm out.
That is very true, Kerrigan. Thank you. You are in a world of cogs and gears in your dreams, and you're super, super happy. And you're pretty sure you wily coyoted in a very impressive way, so...
I'm proud. I'm proud.
It was cool. It was an amazing failure. Selena, what'd you like to do, buddy?
I don't know.
Okay.
I love Selena. I don't want to get her dead.
Well,
Just toss the body you've got. It's fine.
I will tell you that this is the complication, the second complication that was added, and
Not the famous complication.
I'm going by the instructions that Wild gave me.
Oh, damn, what did he give you? I missed it.
Yeah, I saw it. Don't worry, Wild. I saw it.
Oh no, the timing on that.
That noise. Do I recognise it?
It's a drop pod, Imperial.
So it sounds like help.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna run towards help.
Okay. You hear bolt of fire, a kind of mechanical voice saying, "Death to heretics!"
I start shouting it as well.
Oh.
Yes, death to them!
Would you like to grab Skipping Singing Lala and drag her back with you?
Yeah, I've got one slung over my shoulder, the other one by the arm. Come on! God's sake! This has gone badly! My mohawk is squashed.
Yeah. It's flapping from side to side as you run.
Undignified.
Oh, I've been there back in the day.
If anyone knows 40k, then they could have an idea of what's happened, and it's in a way really good and also just so bad. I didn't intend for it to be bad, but here we go. The house that you were in collapses. Just there's explosions, there's screaming, there's "Die, foul demon!"
Oh.
And
They're gonna nuke the planet on us. Please don't nuke the planet.
and as you get up to the house, there is a... Gonna have to pull up a picture of this for you guys. You see standing in the ruins of the house. Sure, that works. There is a figure much taller than you would expect a regular man to be, clad in ornate white and gold power armor. It is very chunky, very full. Let's see. That works. Oh, that doesn't work. I'm trying to get up a picture of these guys for you.
my spidey senses are telling me I chose possibly the very worst time
Yes.
to decide to embrace
Embrace heresy a little, yeah.
I mean, the tagline of this show, dude, is I chose the worst possible time to.
Yeah.
I chose the worst.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Okay.
this figure has like I think a storm bolter, so it's like a twin linked bolter. This like sword of crackling energy, like just purity seals like dangling off him and flapping in the wind. He looks unharmed by a house falling on him.
Yeah.
And he, in one of his hands, he just like, he's dropped his power sword for a second, and he's got one of these like pink like feral demon things in his hand. He just closes his hand, and it just explodes in like ichor and stuff, and then just kind of disintegrates into dust. And you can see past the house there are 4 more of these guys, all much the same looking, and the demons are dead.
Excellent.
And
I feel very small.
yeah, they're like 8-9 foot tall.
I mean, I'm a big girl, but that's all.
Everyone who's awake and not drugged out their brains. So Selena, roll me. What the hell is this roll?
Those are very specific things, and yet it knocks out all but one.
I'm gonna roll for you. Do you have any laws? You have law warp. That actually kind of works, sure. Nope, you rolled a 93. Do you know that these are Space Marines?
Yeah.
That's it. Honestly, you should know about this being in the Orders Hereticus, but
Question: What does Sarlin think of these things?
They look like glorious angels.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she's been like out there in like the void. So like, does she even know about these?
And also, what does your drugged up brain think of these?
yeah, they look like the glorious angels descended from the heavens. Let's have a look and see if you have any laws. You have Underworld, okay. Roll me an intelligence with -20.
Let's see.
I'll just say I poured all my stats into intelligence. I'm so happy I got to use it.
Okay, yeah, Kerrigan, roll me a toughness.
Unconscious toughness.
This feels like it'll end poorly.
Possibly.
I think it'll end poorly.
Do you have any fate points?
I have 2.
Give me a fate point and you can wake up in time to look at these things.
Okay. Cool, yeah, I'll give you one.
If you'd have succeeded your toughness, you would have woken up, but, yeah. Okay. Your eyes flutter. The dreams of cogs and mechanics and building things in peace and quiet off on some ship somewhere just dissolve. And you look up and see these huge, hulking, almost machine-looking men. You know that they're Space Marines. Do you have laws?
I have Mechanicus.
Mechanicus would probably be like a -10. Or you can roll me just a straight-up intelligence.
Okay. Watch me fail it.
Okay.
Yep, I failed it.
Would you like to re-roll it?
Sure.
I believe you got one more left.
Fate point.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be alive for much longer, methinks. Nope, it's worse. I know nothing.
Can we make some complaints to roll 20, please? That they affect our game.
I believe their complaints line is always just ringing off engaged. So much salt. You can taste it when you try and call.
It's a shame, because I'd love to tell you about these guys. They're really interesting. And it would
I'd
inform...
love to know as a person. I just can't.
It would inform you so much of what's about to happen here.
It's fine. I would just like to go, huh? And then just kind of go back to sleep.
I want them to kill me.
Okay. Bugger it.
I look as pathetic as possible. Like, I'm not a heretic.
I wasn't leaving my friends for dead. I didn't run away from demons.
I didn't. I'm carrying 2 of them. The other one, I don't know where the fuck he's gone.
I mean, you didn't do the worst thing in this encounter.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't call on Heresy to save him.
That would be Mr. Heresy in Summoner. You summoned a demon, Scrat.
Save me, but
You
like,
summoned a demon,
I
and you...
didn't think it'd be successful!
It wasn't supposed to be! You re-rolled and got basically a crit success. Kerrigan, roll me a D100. Just straight up.
Okay.
You know what? Just for the theme of, like, demons, and you rolled a 66. Like, that's way too on point. Barry...
The second time as well. We had a 66 for a toughness roll earlier too.
Yeah, it's like we're being told something. Barry floats down as you're still on Sleater's shoulder, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And you're like getting,
I know.
you're getting bumped up and down as Sleater's like walking, and Barry kind of like hovers up and down with your bumps so that you're always kind of, you know, face to face. And this like ticker tape comes out of his mouth. Tick 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 tick. And it's basically an information report. You can read it.
I will grab it and read it.
you're awake. You're making me carry you.
I can't move. Everything hurts. Please keep carrying me.
God damn it. Yes, fine.
So, this is a classified. You're not even sure where you think probably at one point when you were going through some records and stuff, Barry must have been hooked up to the. Actually, he was probably hooked up to you, and you're like storing information on him. For whatever reason, this part of information got stored within him, and it's being spat out now as you see these Space Marines in front of you. This is a set of information on the Grey Knights chapter of the Space Marines. The Grey Knights chapter very specifically hunt demons and fight the entities of the warp. They are a super secret. They're like the SAS of Space Marines. You know, they're like the I can't think of an American version of the SAS. Special forces, basically, designed to hunt down and defeat demons. People in the Inquisition, some of them know about this sect. They are unforgiving, and they hunt demons and heresy down. One piece of information: you may want to sober. Sorry, I want to like. This is your fault, Aunt Julie. I've got Lala in my head now.
I'm so sorry.
You may want to sober up Stalin as quickly as possible, just purely because they won't look well on someone being on pleasure drugs.
Okay, how does one do that? I can't hit her because that will do the opposite of what I want it to do.
Oh, I didn't think that through. I was like, yeah, that could probably work, like a slap or something. But no, that would, yeah.
Can we just like knock her unconscious?
Let's say for the sake of argument, there's a disused, broken down well that's. You want to push her in? I was like, you could dunk her head in it or something.
Okay, yeah, that's probably fair.
Oh, that went so dark so quick. We'll just hide her in here.
Hide her in the well.
My goodness.
Right.
Hold on to this heavy item for me, will you?
Let's
Not in the right mind.
let's say for the sake of argument that Sarlin, you are washed out of your drug infused haze after maybe like 3 dunks in this well. It's pretty dirty and it smells pretty bad now that you're coming out of it. But you're sober enough at this point to not want pain, or like the Space Marines still look really like awesome. But less of the everything looks pretty. I enjoy everything. You've come out of it a little bit, and one of the Space Marines clunks up to you guys. They are towering. They are just beastly, and it doesn't say he doesn't say anything. He clanks up. Holsters his bolter, holsters his sword, and just stands there looking at you, like looking down on you.
Hello.
I try and look not as absolutely petrified as I am, and do some sort of, formal wanna be an Inquisitor salute type thing in greeting.
I think what Sarlin does is look up with a face of what exactly? Like she doesn't care about being formal because she doesn't know any customs around here or whatever. So she just looks up with a surprised look, a questioning look, and just kind of stands there with the gun just clamped on her chest.
Kerrigan's still barely awake, so she's just like, yep, I'm trying.
I'm propping her up.
She's trying real hard to stand.
Gonna roll a thing.
It's not fine.
And his helmet and his mask hisses. A little bit of vapor comes out of the mask, and then he says, it seems like you've all managed to avoid the taint of heresy.
Of course.
Yep.
We need to be out heresy, not to fall into it.
Regular citizens should not mess with the demonic entities.
I 100% agree with you.
Sorry. I'm laughing at someone else's misfortune.
Are there any more around here? We must cleanse this area before we leave.
Oh boy.
No, I'm not sure there is. You just toppled the house. That was our safe house.
Arcadius, is the taint of chaos still here? And one of the Space Marines squivels round, and it's so hard for them to fail. Yes, Captain. There's one in that house over there, and that's it. That for this week.
Oh no!
Because I need to plan what the hell's going on next week.
Yes.
We broke it! We broke
Hi
Warhammer.
everyone. I think I broke everything again. How's it going?
God.
Oh,
On a side note, we're still alive.
I know!
Let's just say I'll be making a backup character because I see one of two things happening. Either Jim's gonna die or I'm gonna end up giving Jim to Sheepy.
And I'm gonna have to kill Jim.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't, like, I was like the Grey Knights are awesome and badass and fucking scary, and there's no like middle ground. If Salin was still high, they would have just shot you. Like, that's how unforgiving they are. Like.
Note taken.
Oh, and I was like, with the complication, and then World Engineer said it was a good thing. I was like, okay, they're gonna take a pretty bad beating, but the Grey Knights are gonna show up, so it's all gonna be fine. And then Jim was like, I call upon the power of chaos, and I was like, ah, fuck.
And then you rerolled to make it a
And
success!
then you reroll to make it a
I
success.
never roll well. I wasn't expecting the reroll to be a crit success.
You critically summoned the demon!
I mean, it is only topical for a
And-
person with 666 in her
Oh,
name.
there are many
Yeah.
reasons why it's
The thing is that's the demon they're hunting.
It's
The
beautiful.
one that Scratch just summoned. Well, this one that Jim just summoned.
Love it.
So, yeah.
Well, we lived well.
Eh.
We
You-
lived.
You ran away from demons in like the most barely skin of your. Like, honestly, one of these things is really. I'm gonna give you guys this. You can compare this to your own like characters. They have 20 wounds and 12 armor, and they are not affected by regular weapons penetration. So, if you roll 13 damage, regardless of your penetration, you do 1 damage to them.
Ah, fun. It's okay.
Because demons.
I left my mark on this world in the shape of a hole in a wall.
But then they crushed the house.
Destroyed
good.
the house, so that
Fine.
house being destroyed. It was there. It was a permanent mark for about 5 minutes.
It's a good 5 minutes.
It was.
If it helps, Celine's probably got like a bruise somewhere in the shape of one bit of your metal
Yeah.
part, so that will stay with her forever.
Also a big, like, just like a big,
Yeah.
just from like clunking heads.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
have a lump on my head.
Yep.
My hawks askew.
I know why I said Wile E. Coyote hole as well, because that whole scene of Selena multiple times getting up and then getting hit again was very Looney Tunes.
It's only fair because in the last session I jumped out of a plane and squashed someone that way. So
Yeah, yeah. Do you also repeatedly considered abandoning your teammates and friends and...
they're not my friends. I don't know them.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's
That
true.
is true.
So much went wrong so quickly.
Hey,
I was
man.
expecting you to fight one of them, and then you like engaged, like Scrat engaged the demon and was like threatening him. So he was like, "Okay, have 2," and then it was like complication. Okay, have 4.
Ooh.
Well, everyone, that brings us to the end of another beautiful session on the peaceful hive planet of Amenda. Who cares what the name is? It's probably not going to last long. We'll find out what happens next week. I imagine me and Sheepy will be DMing a fair amount this week to talk about options.
I'm gonna have a little bit of a chat, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go round and speak to everyone, see how we're all doing. We'll go the opposite way around this time. So we will start with Inez. Hi, Inez. Who are you? Where can we find you online? What was your favorite bit? And where all the things. Tell us all the things.
Oh, I think my favorite bit was being on drugs. I mean, is that not a quality experience? I mean, I love this session very much. I had never played Warhammer before, and I really got the taste of it, and I think it's a taste I want to taste again. I think. Where to find me? Everywhere. At Inez666_ everywhere. Here on Twitch as well. I'm a variety streamer. I do stream sometimes a bit unregularly, mostly IRL streams. Let's see. If you want to find me this Friday, I'm going to MCM London, Comic-Con. If you want to see me there, say hi to me, whatever, do so, please. I would love to meet you.
Wow, has that come round again already?
Yes, it has. It has.
There's one in October as well, but yeah, this one's coming up. Oh,
yep.
I'm gonna work it. But
Yeah.
I'm not.
I was there May last year, and that feels like about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool. Well, hopefully some alumni will find you there. Next round, we'll go to Mackenzie with the same questions.
Hi, everything's fine. I don't think I've laughed that hard in such a long time. That was awesome. I think I don't know what my favorite part was, but is that the Heresy was pretty great. Just the Heresy. Yeah. My throat hurts and my chest hurts from how much I was laughing. Oh boy. But yeah, you can find me over on Twitter at Mackenzie Lane BA. In terms of streaming, I am actually a regular on Scratch channel, on this channel, tomorrow, for Riders on the Storm, a D&D 5e Wild West adventure. It's super fun. And then I'm also on the Greyhawk channel every Friday for the Old Faith, which is set in Greyhawk. And then also I DM over on Encounter Roleplay every Tuesdays, and then this is one of my players, As is Wild, who caused everything this episode. So I get to deal with that every Tuesday. Over on Encounter Roleplay at 2 p.m. EST, and then finally on Saturday, I'm at 4 p.m. EST. I am going to be on the Unmade Gaming charity live stream, where I'm going to be playing a warlock of a certain someone. Might be sitting at this table.
I might have recently made a warlock pact subclass due to being made people's patron a few times in the last couple of weeks. So that's available on Twitter and also on Discord. I haven't pinned it or anything. You have to do some searching. Good luck.
I'm gonna be playing it.
Next around, we have the wonderful Geek Girl Bookworm, Angeli. Oh, hi.
Welcome back.
I didn't enjoy any of it. It was all horrible. I've got no favourite parts whatsoever, apart from that bit at the end where we didn't die. It was, yes, hello. I am Angeli, Geek Girl Bookworm. You can find me on Twitter, Geek Girl Bookworm with no O in the worm. Because of Twitter and the character allowances, it wouldn't let me put it in. But you can also find me on Etsy. I have an online store where I make and sell D&D accessories, but also I paint miniatures. I have a Patreon for that as well, where you can join. You can learn how to paint miniatures, but I also give physical rewards for miniature painting, and I do commission work as well for that. If you are in the UK and you're hanging out next weekend, you will find me at UK Games Expo. That's the largest games convention in the UK. I will be there from Thursday till Sunday. walking around, playing games. You'll find me at many RPG tables, trying out some new systems, and helping out with the Wizards of the Coast Adventures League, which is going to be super good fun. But yeah, if you're there, stop me. You'll recognize me in all the crowd. I stand out like a sore thumb. Yes, say hello to me there, and I will spam now the links for my shop and things. But thank you for watching, and yeah, thanks for all of those complications as well. That was real nice of you.
Thank you, Angeli. Last but most certainly not least, our wonderful game master who puts up with so much chaos, Sheepy.
Hello. I'm Sheepdog. I'd like to know who's driving this thing.
I want to get off.
Because it's not me. I'm not driving. I haven't been driving for a couple of episodes. My favorite part was, in my mind, I was like, it should technically be Inquisitor Musculius coming down to save them, because that would be narratively that'd be really fun. He's not that, like, he's off doing things. His cover got blown. He's in hiding and he can't turn up to save you guys. So I was like, what makes the most sense and is awesome for people who know 40k is if the Grey Knights show up, they'll just wreck face, they'll be really impressive, and everyone will be like, ooh, amazing space marines and like super power armor, and they're specifically designed to kill demons. And then Scrat's like, oh, I'm gonna summon a demon? I'd like to summon demons, please, and go to the dark side. It's basically like Luke turning to the dark side in like seduced by Darth Vader as they blow up the Death Star. You know, like they do that boom and it's like, yeah, sure, I'll join the dark side. That's the equivalent of what just happened instantly. And then Leia and Han and Chewie are just standing like right next to him as he says that, but he didn't notice them. He turns around, he's like, oh, hey guys. Just kidding. So I have no idea how next session is gonna go. Thank you, Scrat, for rolling so terribly repeatedly. It is a source of joy for me at this point. And the only other thing I can say is how I envisioned this session going was a quick encounter with demons where the demon is like, hey, I'm threatening, but you're doing something that I approve of, so you can go. And then Scrat threatened him.
I mean, a little threaten.
I thought you guys were gonna be like, oh, demons, oh, run, oh, get together, let's go back and let's investigate the cult and all these. You ended up fighting demons for the entire episode and almost dying from the start. It was completely off-piste and so wonderful and beautiful. And thank you guys so much for doing your best to survive a horrific demon attack, which was so much harder than it should have been.
Hey.
And therefore you can't criticize us.
Yes. No, you guys did a great job of not dying, to be honest. I thought the second that complication happened from Wild, which induced the 2 extra demons, I was like, there's 1 demon for each of them, and they'd have trouble with 1. This isn't gonna go well. I thought you were all gonna die.
Oops. I thought we were super gonna die. I'm not ready.
I was ready to die.
I was ready to let you die.
I was fairly ready as well.
I mean, dude, stay ready.
Oops is my summary for the session.
Yeah.
My favorite part, it's between Mac running through the wall or Selena closing the door on everyone upstairs. That was pretty funny.
I'm getting mauled on the staircase and all I hear in the distance is thunk.
I would
not ready to let her go.
the choice to drug up Lala was hilarious as well. Just like,
Look, man, it was really good, and it was a quality experience, and I liked playing it out, so it's fine.
it woke you up. It got you back in the fight.
It sure did.
Yeah, you would be dead because I would have just left your unconscious body in that room.
I will say, I was really hoping you all got out of that house because that's where they were landing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like,
I wonder. We haven't had any quotes quoted this session. I think "you must be the heresy" would be a good one, though. We'll go with that. That's a good quote.
Yes. But also, I really liked Selena standing over Kerrigan and saying, "I would like to heal you, but I'm not an engineer."
I like that even better. We're using that.
yeah.
That's so good.
I did also like Selena doing the "you're dead," like closing the eyes, even though like Kerrigan was like, I'm hurt, like unconscious, like moaning. It's like, you died so young. Oh, just like cover with a sheet. Rest sweet princess.
Everyone, please check out the links as they are spammed into chat. It's all of our social links. We're going to head over to Discord where we talk about this train wreck a little bit. We're going to go and raid Random Tuesday, who's a part of Geek Space TV. We'll be back at 7 o'clock with Just Because You Can, our superhero campaign set in the Mask system. Where if you don't already have a Twitter Flitter account to interact with the stars afterwards, you should do. It's going to be a ton of fun. We'll be back here next week with more Dark Heresy. Whether it's the same campaign or not, probably. But let's, leave our minds open. And yeah, everyone, thank you so much for coming along. We'll see you next time. Keep on evoking emotions. Bye.
Don't embrace heresy.
No, it's bad. It's real bad.